All right, this is video instructions for the My Contacts Basic assignment. The goal here is to use an array of objects and local storage to create a My Contacts program that'll have persistent data. All right, I give you some start code, just the basic HTML and the menu and stuff like that. So that's all ready to go for you. And then there's instructions for the basics. And then I have instructions for advanced. I wanted to break it up so that you do the basic functionality first, and you add the extra stuff if you've got the time for it. To get full marks, you would want to do the advanced version. But let's start with the basic version. So the program should begin by loading and displaying any existing contacts from local storage. So I have a finished version working here, and you'll see in local storage, there's the contacts in the local storage with a JSON string with a couple of contacts in it. And if I refresh, right, you'll see that the page loads from the local storage and displays the contacts. All right, and then so this is the display all. It's already doing that. Ta-da! You can add a contact, so it just pops up an alert thing. Enter the contact name. Let's just go Sally Smith. Sally Smith is going to be sallysmith@gmail.com. Enter a phone number. Sure, and then the country will also be, actually they're from New Zealand. Okay, new contact added, Sally Smith. Great, I can go display all, and you'll see that Sally Smith was now added. Okay, and then remove contact. I'll do that one later. First, let's do display by name. So this will search, enter a contact name. And now this doesn't have to be an exact match. So for example, if I just did Smith, it should show all the contacts that have Smith somewhere in their name. All right, so same with, even if I just did like J, it would show all the contacts that have a J in their name. Doe, oh, that's the same, all the Does. Yeah, and then display by country, this has to be an exact match. So Australia would show me the 2 in Australia. I think there's some in Canada. All right, so you can search or display by country and by name. And the remove contact is just going to say enter the contact number, so the 0, 1, 2, 3. Let's remove Sam, let's say position 3. Contact remove Sam Smith, right? So that confirmation. If I display all, no more Sam. Okay, so that's the basic functionality, right? Display all, print them all out. Add a contact, right? Prompt them, give a confirmation message, make sure you save it in your local storage, right? Because now that Sam's gone, when I refresh this, Sam is still gone, right? I've updated my local storage. Remove a contact, same thing, prompt for the index number, display a confirmation, save your data to local storage, the updates. Display by name, so prompt the user for a name, display all contacts that include the name provided by the user. Oops. What did I just hit? Not what I wanted to. I wanted to hit Control B. There we go. That include the name provided by the user. And then prompt the user for a country, display all contacts with my country. Okay, so that's the basic one. Now the advanced version is going to add some kind of some verification to it. So right now, right, I could enter someone with the same email address. So let's say jdoe at Gmail, right? If I go add contact, enter contact name, we'll go Johnny Doe, and we'll do the same email address. And also Canada. New contact added, display all, and we've got Johnny Doe, right? So it allows duplicate email addresses, which should not be. So the goal here is we're going to I want you to implement a function called find by email. The purpose of the function is to search the global contacts array for a contact with a provided email. So what data does the function need? It needs an email to search for. And what should it return? It'll return the index of the contact with the provided email. So if it finds it, it'll say, hey, I found it at this index. If it can't find it, it'll return -1. So here's a sample use of it, right? I can search find by email and then pass into the function the email that I want to search for. And then this will search the global contacts array for this email and return something. So if what this function returns is -1, that means that it couldn't find it. Otherwise, it returned the position where it found it. So the contact with the email was found at position blah, blah, blah. And once you know the position, you'll be able to access that contact's information, right? So once you have this find by email function, you're going to use it so that when you add a contact, you make sure that the email has not already been used, right? So if it has been used, you'll say, sorry, that's, that email has already been used. Otherwise, go ahead and add the contact. When removing a contact, instead of asking for the index number, I want you to remove by email, right? Every contact should have a unique email, so the email is kind of the unique key that we can use to find the contact. And then you don't have to print out the index numbers anymore. We can get rid of those. Okay. All right, and then you can add a menu option, search by email. And that will prompt the user for an email address, and if found, it will display all the information for the contact with that email address. And otherwise, it'll say couldn't find it. Right, so you can look up a contact by their email, and just add that as an option. And I think I have actually. If I close this one, I'm gonna stop this, and I've got the verify version here, basic GUI verify. So because it's running the same URL, it has the same contacts in here. And now you should see if I try to add a contact with the same email, notice now it used to start by asking for the name, but why bother asking for the other information if the email isn't valid? So if I try to go jdoe@gmail.com, it'll say, hey, email already in use. You can't do it. Okay, when I remove a contact, it'll enter the contact email. So let's remove jdoe@gmail.com. Contact removed. We say display all, and that's gone. Oh, and I forgot to remove the index numbers in my demo code. But yeah, we don't need those numbers anymore. You can just have the names and the emails and the phone numbers and countries. And then anything else different? Add, remove. Oh yeah, and the search by email. Let's look for maybe SueSmith@gmail.com. And yep, Sue Smith is there. Okay, so that's the advanced version. Get this find by email. And again, this is a perfect example of how functions make our code easier. By writing this find by email function, you're going to reuse that find by email when you implement the add contact. You're going to use it when you do the remove contact. You're going to do it when you do the search by email contact. So you're going to use that function over and over again. Okay, that's the assignment. Have fun.